Dice on the beat.
All right, man, guys, you know what it is. It's another Prep Podcast series. It's early National Signing Day. Mark is in the building, of course,
Yes,
as
sir.
always. What's going on?
Yes, sir. Hey, good time to be alive, bro.
What a great time to be alive.
Yes,
I'm telling
sir.
you. It's the gift that keeps on giving, football. And on the college scene, coaches are here and there. We haven't
Coaches
gotten
have
on
the
since
signing day.
we haven't gotten on since any of the coaches have been hired or fired, or I mean,
A lot's
let's
happened, man. A
let's
lot's
talk
happened.
about that Brian Hartline signing, dude. That was
Well,
major.
that came out of nowhere, but I
Yeah,
think I think he's been alive for a job for a while. I don't
yeah,
think he was gonna ever get that Ohio State job, but he's kind of been on that fast track to get a head coaching job. Um, bigger news. I
yeah.
think we have to hit both of our schools. Lane Kiffin hits the okey doke on Florida, gets the
Yep,
LSU job, and
yep.
Mike Norvell stays at Florida State.
Keeps
So
his job. You know, it's
yeah.
kind of
So
like you don't know what's
what's
the
going
lesser of the
on with the state?
what's the lesser of the two, right? You don't really know what's worse or what's better. I mean, I think you guys are in a better spot. You got a fresh start. Now you can kind of start with some optimism, because you can't say he's bad, you can't say he's good. You just got to wait and see and kind of see what the brand looks like, right?
Yeah,
Don't know, again, another coach that we didn't know anything about before he got the job.
nothing.
So that's probably that's not a great start, because they did that last time. So you would think, man, we did that a couple times. Let's go in the opposite direction. They just should have never fired Dan Mullen, man. Should have just kept Dan Mullen, and Dan Mullen would have figured it out eventually.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing. He never had a problem with quarterbacks. I'll tell you that. And I
That's right.
think, in this day of age of football, that's all you want going into a situation, having that quarterback and then trying to build around that. So you're not lying there with Dan Mullen. I would love to have him right about now.
Having the quarterback solidified is a major win.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and just get kind of some stuff on the screen here, so
Okay.
we can kind of take a look and see what's going on. All right, so National Signing Day, we have the composite rankings just from let's just pull up all the rankings here. I'm surprised to see USC at the top. But I mean, Oregon a close second. Dan Lanning's killing it.
Right.
Notre Dame right at the top. Alabama over Georgia at this point is it's just crazy how Alabama just continued to be that brand. Like, they really went and got the right guy from Oregon or from Washington, Kalen DeBoer.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of crazy how they just kept rolling. Maybe not as smooth, but I mean, he only lost one game this year? Alabama? They only lost the Florida State game, right?
They lost two. They lost to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Okay, so 2 losses. I
Oklahoma
mean,
upset them. Yeah.
and
I mean,
Florida. Go ahead.
well, I mean, like when you look at the rankings, I kind of like nobody in the top 25 is really surprising me. Like especially like that top, maybe 8 or so, top 9. Like those are the schools you'll probably think have the most money in NIL to like give to their players or whatever. But
Right.
I know this isn't really along the topic, but it was interesting. Something I heard today. I don't know if you listened to Coach JB from Last Chance U.
Every now and then I see his clips. Kind of popping up.
Yeah,
What's going on with him?
yeah. He's a little too wild, so it's kind of hard for me to say go watch his stuff. But
Yeah.
he had a coach on there earlier today, and he was kind of talking about the Lane Kiffin situation and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Um, it was interesting to say that like recruiting isn't about NIL anymore. It's more about um what was the word he used? It was more about I'm trying to think. It not collateral, but it's pretty much like show money, pretty much like, hey, we have this amount of money in our account for NIL,
Right.
but it has to get approved through like the higher ups and stuff like that. So a lot of
Hmm.
people, so say like LSU have all their first round picks put in money into this NIL fund. Lo and behold, nobody can even touch that stuff because it's not like a source through the school or whatever. Like if that makes sense or whatever. I have to look at that clip or you'll I
Is
have to
that
show
is
you the
that
clip
is
or
that
whatever.
how it works? It has to come. It has to be funneled like directly through the school.
Yeah, like so like when people throw out like NIL budget, it's like a account pretty much like hey like this is all the money we send to our recruiting account like say for instance like say shit we're gonna give you $15 million $20 million go get 4 or 5 best players you could get
Right.
but
Man.
but so they're promising these players the money but in reality the players ain't even really seeing the money or whatever like it was kind of crazy but I
No.
believe what he was saying. Like, not a lot of players aren't seeing the money, but
Yeah.
it's a good amount of players that ain't seeing the money they got promised or whatever.
Really.
Like it's like it's something they ain't gonna talk about
Well,
mainstream.
dude, I don't even know that that could be a thing because maybe for people who aren't represented, that's a thing. But for people who have representation, their agent ain't letting that happen. They getting all their money.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
well. Think about a lot of 17, 18-year-olds probably don't have it. Like if you're smart,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we're around the business of wanting to educate guys. Like
A lot of the top, yeah, a lot of the top guys may have, but even some of the
yeah,
top guys may not have anybody.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like so a lot of those guys, like they're looking for the situation just for the money, and not
Yeah.
we a lot of these guys ain't reading the paperwork or the fine
Right.
print.
They're like, you didn't read the fine print.
Yes,
This
yes,
is funneled through food stipends. You gotta
yes,
yeah.
yes,
You
yes,
got a membership to Chipotle for the entirety of your stay,
yes, yeah. So it's like
which is equivalent to 100,000.
so I
That's
believe so unless
yeah.
like like you're one of those top of the line like blue chip recruits. I don't think a lot of guys probably have real representation.
Well,
Like what I'm saying?
what do you think about this number? I mean, I feel like this is kind of let me kind of move this around. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, I ain't want to really delve into that topic, but I know I already brought it up.
No,
But
I mean it's
it,
extremely
it,
it's
it,
extremely relevant because that's what
it,
today is National NIL Day.
yeah,
Like
well, I was gonna lead that question into like, what do you think about like a Lane Kiff? Like, what do you think
so
about
he,
that
so
situation?
so here you see where it says average NIL right there? Like
Scroll back. Okay, yeah, yeah, I
yeah,
see.
so then that says like what their average like players getting paid.
Yeah,
And at Oregon, bro, they making average a quarter key.
like yeah, they got the, they
A
got the
quarter
ultimate Nike plug in Oregon's by itself.
a quarter biscuit?
Yeah,
God
that's the
dang.
ultimate plug. That's the ultimate plug.
Florida State 60K. That's
I'm surprised.
damn.
Well, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Jeez, you better love state, boy.
But Michigan ain't even
Okay, them
giving it
folk
out
ain't
like
got that
that.
bread. Yeah, 77K.
Like it,
So this Lamar Brown guy didn't sign today? Interesting. Interesting. He might I thought he signed today. No?
there wasn't like any like besides that quarterback.
Oh, only the guys that like can graduate early can sign.
Yeah.
Yeah,
These are the
so
guys that are
some
enrolled in
yeah,
January.
so I'm not thinking about that either. So
Yeah.
but this is good to know. So what do you think a guy like him is getting paid? Like Lamar, he's the number one player in the country. Like what does that look like when you're that? I'm hearing crazy numbers like getting thrown
Well,
around, and I'm just like 5 million a year, four, you know, 6 million. Like, is that realistic?
I think I think that's what's scary about today's game or whatever, because like I don't know too much about this guy or whatever, but like if he's getting thrown 5-6 mil like without proving anything, like you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like
Yeah,
it's hard to say that justifies the money. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
giving a kid 5 mil straight out of high school that's not a quarterback, like like Bryce Underwood getting that bag,
right.
you can understand that. Like
Yep,
maybe that bag was too much, but giving a DN just because he's a blue chip just to get him the sign,
yeah,
I hate to be the guys making that decision. Like let's say
yeah.
that.
So there's a few guys that signed today. You got this JC Anderson kid, 6'6", 230 tight end.
They always gonna have a tight
Decatur, Illinois, 6'6", 230. That's a big boy. Let's see. Braden Allen, wide receiver, 6'1", 175, 3-star. Let's see. Ryan Myritt, O lineman.
gotta get a guy from Florida.
Yeah. And there was one other guy. Yeah, Corey Barber, wide receiver out of Alabama, signed today. So not a ton of people that signed today, but they got a couple 5-star commits at the
Yeah,
top there. And this is kind of cool because you can kind of look at where everyone else kind of has them ranked.
yeah,
ESPN. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think I heard this too earlier too. Like this signing day compared to signing days of past, it's not a lot of fanfare in this. Like you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people are looking at the
The
transfer
main,
portal.
yeah, the transfer portal. And we can look at that too in a sec. Kind of see where everything's at with that. So let's see who signed today for USC. USC tight end 6'4", 230. He didn't sign today. Who signed today?
They always gonna have some. They always gonna have some. Where what's that? Where did Chris Henry's son did he sign? Joe?
Uh I think he signed to Ohio State.
Okay.
But that's funny because how many of those guys signed with Ohio State, you know, at wide receiver because of Brian Hartline? Brian Hartline got the
Yeah,
best
yeah,
wideouts in the country because of him, you
yeah.
know,
No,
because
no,
they get to
seriously.
work with him.
I think he's probably the most underrated recruiter out there right now.
So
Like
how many signing periods do they have, bro? I'm like confused with this. So
I
they
think
have
it's
one. There's one in the spring too, before the season.
yeah, so like the signing like the signing day is like February, like late February, early March, something like that.
Right, but juniors can sign their letter of intent in April of 20. Because
I
look at these dates. These guys saying these some of these guys signed. Nah, this
yeah,
that has to be
I think it took it away.
that has
I
to be
think
commitment because they're showing this guy signed in 10/29/23, which was impossible.
yeah, I don't think that was ever like a
Yeah, I don't think these are
thing.
signing. I think these are commitment dates, but they haven't been signed. So okay, yeah, because I'm like a junior can't sign in April. Like they're not even.
That's malpractice. That's
Yeah, like what do y'all gotta update that. Anyway, all right. So couple I mean they just seem like they seem like they're very heavy in 4-star kids. Not a ton of 5 stars, but just heavy in 4 stars.
yeah.
Trent Mosley, Santa Margarita. I mean, you know, they got him in Cali, man.
I was gonna say their
They
four
got him.
stars are
That's
borderline.
a cute, yeah.
Come on.
That's a huge one. Let's see. Really no Florida Cats, man. I think they're probably hitting the portal tough.
Yeah, like it's not too many. You'll see more California guys come to Florida versus Florida guys go to California.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have any Florida guys on their recruiting.
But I
Farthest
mean, but they're probably in the second most fertile ground. Like with Miami, then you got
in
L.A.
Cali.
Yeah, I mean L.A. just period. Like what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like,
So I think today was major, but maybe not as major as we thought because not
yeah,
everybody's signing today.
yeah.
Let's see who Notre Dame got.
Yeah, it's not no. It wasn't like no huge flips. Like even the quarterback that flipped, like
Let's see. Any of these names ring a bell?
nothing. Pouncey. Yeah, I'm sure he's related to the
Winter
Pouncey
Park.
twins.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
from the Central Florida area, so I'm
Winter
gonna
Park.
assume he's
It's a
related to
small,
the
so is
twins.
tall guy, but small guy, 165. Let's see. And then if you go to
I got a couple Florida.
if you go to Notre Dame, bro, you got to have the grades. You got to take
Yeah,
the courses. Like that's a commitment. All right, we're kind of getting down there. Let's see. Let's look at Miami. Let's see where Miami's at. Jackson Cantwell. Oh, that's a big one. Dang. And then Samorian's shot up the last couple weeks. He signed today. I know that for sure. Brody Jennings signed today.
well, I want to tell you what like I can't rehash the full conversation, but I had a nice little conversation with my dad regarding
Mhm.
like Sumerian and he's two classes behind him, but I was talking
Right.
about him and Bryson,
Yep.
and my dad was like obviously he's a couple years older, but like he was real high on Sumerian, like he was like
Yeah.
he he that deal, bro.
He has great ball skills and great run after the catch for a lanky guy.
Yeah,
And he's gonna be a playmaker for them because he can all around he's just an all around good player and the thing that I like about him is he tracks the ball really good in the air, tracks the ball really well.
I,
Um,
this is my one thing. Like I'm not saying he's not going to get on the field in Miami. Like I
yeah,
think he will get on the field, but
right,
I would have liked him to go to like a USF, man. Like like I don't know if people understand that for real, but like he would have been the guy, and he would have had his old quarterback. He what was the quarterback last year? Lachlan Hewitt. I think
Hewitt.
he's the quarterback at USF.
Is he really?
Yeah, so like like I don't know, man. Tell a St. Augustine kid not to go to Miami, like that's a tough thing to ask. But
Shout out Brody Jennings, man.
yeah, he
Shout
was
out
making
Brody
plays,
Jennings.
man. I hated that for him last week, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He's a big lanky guy. I'd like to see him a little bit more footwork, better footwork. He
Yeah,
kind of gets a little with some of the shiftier guys if they get
I
off
think
the
he might
press,
be a
it's kind of
linebacker. I think he might be
yeah,
a linebacker safety.
yeah.
Like,
Probably safety because once you get off that line, as you know, I mean, you barbecue chicken in college, bro. If you ain't, you know what I mean. And he's kind of big. He's kind of big already. He's already 185.
yeah,
Probably gonna be like 200. That freshman 15 gonna put him up 200, 210 real
yeah, he
quick.
should be straight. Yeah,
So especially lifting when they get into that program there. So, all right.
Miami quietly has a little pipeline to Jacksonville. Like it
Mhm.
didn't used to be like that, but
They quietly creeping up through St. John's, getting there. Let's see. Let's check out the Florida Gators, man.
man, I'm surprised They held up, man.
Yeah, they nobody decommitted. Justin Williams, we just saw him at Buchholz.
Mm-hmm.
He just played. He was killing Mandarin
Yeah.
in the Buchholz game. So let's see, wide receiver. They're gonna put him at wide out. He's very real nice. Let's see. Let's see.
Well, Griffin, that's the quarterback, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think he broke the passing yards record, the state passing yard.
Malik Morris out of Lakeland. They
Oh
might
yeah.
put that. They might put that boy at the nose, boy. He was looking kind of heavy when I saw it. He played linebacker, but that boy was looking kind of heavy when I seen him. He gonna have to drop
He
by.
said he might be at the nose.
Yeah, he gonna, bro. I'm telling you, he was thumping, but he was moving, but bro, he gonna have to drop probably
Yeah, yeah,
by
he'll go big.
yeah, he gonna have to drop by 20, dog. For real, for real. 6'1", 260 is crazy work, but he was banging. He was banging niggas.
Like the thing about Florida, bro, like
Yeah.
let anybody tell you in the media, it's like they'll say Florida's like uber talented. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you tell like by this recruiting class, would you
That's what
say
they say, bro. I mean,
like this is my team? And like, you know, like I think, you know, like a lot of people be like, yeah, man, like
these are quality, bro. These are quality players though. 1, 2, 3, 4,
yeah, like these
5,
aren't
6,
small
7,
guys. Like,
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You guys got like 15 4-stars, bro.
like
Like,
like it is I think for me, like, you know, like I look at the glory year, like where we're, you know, like number one, number two in recruiting rankings. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think we're just getting those.
to be 13 after you just fired your coach, I think is
I mean
admirable.
that yeah. But
You
we're
know?
but we're always around that range. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we always get those second tier
Mm-hmm.
like good players. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All right, let's see where
And
states at.
Florida State flipped the tight end from Bowles.
Did
They
they?
him from Ohio State. I
Who was
just
that? Oh, that was Caden
yeah
Corbin
yeah
Forden.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Corbin.
that's a good.
Yep.
Norvell did something.
Brandon Bennett, American Heritage. Let's see. You think he's going heavy? I think where he went wrong is he went heavy in the portal. But it's kind of hard to like to build, like they said, it's hard to build it from the inside out now, man, with to have that loyalty. I mean, you don't see kids jumping as much now. Like they were jumping a lot the last couple years. You don't just see them like up and going like the next. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, again, just, you know, stuff I'm hearing, you know, just on YouTube is guys still want to go to Florida State, so it's still like an attractive, you know, school to, you know, want
Yeah.
to sign with. Yeah, I just don't know about the like. I think that says a lot about the coach that
Average NIL is cheeks though.
yeah,
60K is
it's cheap.
60K is cheeks.
Like, and you're not
That's terrible.
even yeah. It
That's not competitive, dog, at all. And 60K, just think like they can't buy him out. So if you can't buy him out, where's the other money coming? You know, and it's weird to say because it's like Florida State, how you don't have a budget, bro? All
yeah,
the alumni that then came out of Florida State, like why is there such a big gap in money? You know?
and, and look how down Florida was this year, bro. We, you know, I hate to say it, we embarrassed y'all last week, and then you know, we're beating
We
y'all in the
did.
recruiting game, and I
Yeah.
don't think it should be like that. Like, not
With a new coach is crazy.
yeah,
Let's see where Sark's at, man.
he always gonna have a bag.
Diabell. You see him
Yep,
dapping up Diabell over the
yep,
weekend. I think they
yep.
were over there. Yep. I really don't even know how good Diabell is. He won the Elite 11.
I think
Didn't
he's
really
a
get to see.
he's a Bryce Young mold. Like I
Yeah.
don't know if he'll beat Bryce Young, obviously, but
Yeah. I saw him in OT7. He looked pretty good. He looked legit. He was dealing in OT7. But
boy, Sark going to Florida, getting a he's like, hey, I ain't just gonna recruit Texas. I'm gonna go to
ain't
Florida.
it? Oh boy, all in Louisiana, Ed Nakar
But he
in the boot.
Ed in the car got that man. And that's a
He going.
different brand of football
He's going to get him. Jet Walker.
now.
What we
Yeah,
got the
these are like the Kirby Smart kind of like Glory Day Georgia kind of classes, bro.
bro got to be legit. Jet Walker 6'2", 205.
You're a running back.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
He must see something in him. I'm not, you know, I'm not a
No.
I'm not a coach, so I ain't gonna say nothing.
Man.
I ain't gonna say
All right. Here we go. Hey, you want to see LSU? Did we look at LSU?
nothing. I think that was probably the first school.
Yeah, we looked at LSU. I want to see what his NIL breakdown is though for this cat. Oh, you gotta. How much you want, buddy?
Like again, it's like I don't know, man. They got to start putting a cap on this stuff, bro. Like I can't tell you what even a reasonable number would be. Like
What's the news though, dude? What's the news, man? Okay, national sign 5-star headed to Mark Bowman headed to USC. Let's see, National Signing Day live updates. Let's see what we got. Numerous blue chippers still unsigned. Full list of unsigned prospects. Let's take a look at that one. A lot of people waiting on that bag. Where that bag at? Oh, Chris Henry Jr. Henry was shocked. Henry was shocked by Ohio State wide receivers coach Brian Hartline's decision to leave for the USF head coach job. He didn't sign with the Buckeyes and later announced he was taking time to go through a final decision. Texas and Oregon are both considered to be the top contenders to flip him right now. Well, you know they was hitting the phone so hard.
man, heavy.
As soon as Hartline left, they went like, all right, let's go through this whole list of commits for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, Savion Hitler.
Oh, that's a nasty name.
It was a surprise hitter. It was a surprise to see him not sign with the Wolverines. These are all 5 stars. 5 stars. His camp and the Wolverines are still working out minor contractual details, and the goal for him is to be signed by Thursday morning. Hey, get the money on right. If the money ain't right, we ain't signing, and that's on grandma. That's on grandma. That's right, baby. That's right, baby.
That's right. Get that money. Get that money, baby.
And that's all. Granny said we ain't signing nothing.
Granny said we ain't signing nothing unless you promise he gonna get that 4-year education.
Ain't it?
And the bed.
And yeah, and my Duke says she need a car too. You know they throwing stuff like that in there. Your mom needs a car. Yeah, no problem.
And not just like a car, like
we gotta have a big body.
Yeah.
we ain't just talk about transportation.
Nah, my mama don't need to worry about a car no more.
All right. Oh, so Calvin Russell didn't sign with Syracuse. He probably seen that too. He probably seen Tusi and was like, "Nah, dog. Did you?"
Syracuse got nasty real quick, bro.
The Tusi thing was too funny.
The
Tusi thing was too funny.
Yeah, I saw that. Bro.
Oh my gosh.
Syracuse got nasty. Like they were the it school early this season. Then it got nasty, like real quick, bro. You know they blowing up. They blowing up Calvin Russell's job too, bro.
Caden Hall, Florida. Carson Baker. Kenny Darby, Zion Robinson. Zion Robinson. I heard that name sounds familiar. Julian Walker, Jace Matthews, Calvin Russell,
Scroll back
CJ.
up.
Yeah.
Scroll back up.
Florida got a lot of unsigned.
Yeah. Yeah. Scroll. I saw. Fitzgerald up there. I don't know if that's Larry Fitz. Nah, that's
Nah,
Fitzpatrick.
Justice. Yeah.
I think Fitzgerald got a kid. Maybe he's not in this class. Might be, not sure.
Michigan making late push for wide receiver. Four-star Zion Robinson announced this morning he was delaying his signing. Reports that Texas are having a hard push to flip him.
I mean, so being a top receiver and going to Michigan is nasty too. I don't care if you got Bryce up there, man. Like once
They
it
said
get cold, you ain't throwing that ball, bro. So it's
Chris Henry going to Oregon. They said Florida State signs talented edge Cam Brooks. Let's see this. Cam Brooks.
He look like he's finna get stoned.
Stoned
Stoned at the line.
6'6", 2.5", 225. Not a big kid. Let's see. Oh, grab a former Cal commit, even after pretty dismal year on the field. Oh, okay. Let's see. Texas making late run. Yeah, Ryder Lions signed with them. That was huge. After locking Kalani Sitake to a long-term deal. BYU, bro. BYU, bro.
Is they like that for real?
BYU is crazy. Let me go back to
I think they just one of them typical teams that's just very well coached. They ain't gonna beat themselves.
BYU got them Mormon pockets, bro. I'm telling you, they got that bread.
Oh yeah.
They got deep donors, man.
Sure.
They got that money on.
For sure.
Let's see.
They got young boy down there too. Young boy contributing.
Young boy over there in Utah.
Up in Utah contributing. I don't know if he's still up there, but I know he was there early this year.
But said he ain't going back to here.
I feel like I'm Gucci Man in 2006.
Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to get to the portal. Where the transfer portal at?
That boy look like Mikey Williams.
Where the portal at, man? They had it top 247. 247.
And shout out to North Carolina. I don't think we mentioned this. They had the top 20 class, top 20 recruiting class.
Shout out Bill. Shout out Belichick.
Nah, it's shout out the girlfriend. The girlfriend doing all that stuff.
Shout out the girlfriend, man. All right, let's see what let's see what the portal looking like, man. Bro. Bro.
And this ain't even like everybody. So, but
all right, here we go. Who's the prior school? Doesn't tell you the prior school.
That sucks.
Cole Seaton. Anybody you notice here?
No.
That's not it. All right. That's the crystal ball. But where's the rankings? Florida Atlantic's at the top, boy, in the portal, man.
That's crazy.
Let's see. Old Dominion.
FAU. Who's their coach?
Oh, top football transfers. Here we go. So Noah McKinney flip. Okay, this is what we're looking for. Remember Dylan Edwards?
Mm-hmm.
When was that Colorado? He was a 5-star.
Man, okay, yeah. Like he wasn't playing, so I guess he made a decision to transfer early because
He
he
went. He went. He was playing pretty good at K State.
yeah. I know he busted that well.
Mm-hmm. Texas, Jarrett Gibson. You think Jamie French is going to get some play next year at Texas?
I hope so. It doesn't seem like their wide receiver room is like super like elite. Like
Yeah.
it would have been nice to see him this year. Um, I think he's another one of those guys. I think you know,
Jelani Watkins.
I think Jamie should probably transfer, but you know,
Yep.
uh,
Where do you think Jelani Watkins is going to go? Maybe I think he could probably go to Florida State because I think it's going to matter track team because he's going to run track.
I think he'd
And
probably go to Georgia, bro. Like I think Georgia get them kind of guys, bro. Like for whatever reason.
yeah, ain't nobody really in the portal, man. Coach. Imagine coaches in the portal like this, and they just scroll and they just like,
Refreshing there like 5 minutes.
uh, uh. How does that even work, dog? You just see somebody in the portal, and then it's like you just click on them, or what? That's so funny.
I wish I knew. I wish I knew, bro.
Latest Ryan Green. You know these dudes even.
And
I
none
don't
of
even
these
know.
guys look like like difference makers. Like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
none of these guys are gonna play.
Oh, Marcus Stokes,
Yep.
from what you call it? Yeah, Nice, the N bomb
Yeah, man.
bomber.
Let's see,
He'd
interesting.
probably go to like a small school, like a
Well, they said he was tearing it up at West Florida.
yeah. He'd probably go to like a Western Kentucky or something.
Hmm. Well, he had Florida. I think he got some experience now. So
Yeah, I don't know if he'd end up get on the
yeah,
stage like that
he
again.
was he was at Elite 11 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, ain't nothing really.
I was just gonna say either I'm just that out of the loop or ain't none of these names ringing no bells, bro.
Ain't nothing really hitting on, man. But yeah, man, it seems like it was relatively quiet, to be honest.
hmm
Relatively quiet. USC clinches number one recruiting class of 26. Still got February, but there's a lot of kids that just haven't signed yet. You know,
Yeah,
a lot of
I,
kids.
I think the coaching situations and all that stuff are kind of like messing things up at this moment right now.
Think coaching's kind of Georgia's recruiting class dominance in NIL era falls short. Down to just 1 5 star. 1 5 star pledge, man. People ain't trying to go see the dogs no more. Ain't trying to go see the dogs no more. But yeah, man. So that kind of looks like that's what did you think about the Alex Golish hire to leaving USF?
um, I think it's a good move for him. I think Auburn's one of those tough jobs where it's like, man, like when they're hitting, and when they're down. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he is as a recruiter or anything like that, but he seems to be a good coach.
Yeah.
Uh, he has the Florida recruiting ground. So um, should be interesting. I don't know what their expectations are. Like I don't know if they're thinking national championship or bust or just trying to get back relevant. So
11 Penn State flips for James Franklin.
oh yeah, like man, Penn State is they're going downhill. It's going to be those Bill
Virginia
O'Brien.
Tech. Virginia Tech goes from 124 to 22.
Yeah, not like James Franklin's a good coach, a good recruiter.
Bro, that was. Can you imagine? That was probably the biggest indictment on FSU, bro. Is like you didn't hire James Franklin. You had a chance to hire James Franklin and get rid of bro. Now Virginia Tech's gonna be good for a long time, bro. For a long time.
Like he's not going
And
nowhere.
they'll probably be at the top of the ACC for a long time. Like between them, if Dabo can ever get back, but he's like, shoot, he's like, I can come into the ACC, I can run the ACC,
and he's young.
Yeah, yep, he can run the ACC year in and year out if he wants to. No
Still
question.
got his recruiting fastball.
And the fact that Penn State they don't have a coach in place on signing day.
No.
Like that's crazy to me.
And Virginia Tech's just like a sleeping, dare I say, giant. Like they're just waiting to.
I'm waiting on them to get another Vic type of quarterback, bro. Because it almost seemed like Virginia Tech ain't Virginia Tech unless they got a fast. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that.
You had Tyrod Taylor, you had Marcus Vick, you had who else? Yeah, Drones was there, but Drones was a good scrambler, but he wasn't you know what I mean? He was probably the closest thing they had in a while. But his
Tyler Jackson, the tight end from
yep. What's his name? Logan Thomas.
Yeah, Logan
Thomas.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I wish teams go back to like they tradit, like you know what I'm saying, like like you said, Virginia Tech got the quarterbacks. Florida State used to have the linebackers, the DNs. A stable of running backs, like you know what I'm saying. Florida had the receivers, the DBs, the linebacker, like
yep, 100%. But I mean, flipping 11 guys is crazy. It's nasty work, but good for him. Let's see, Marcus Freeman confused by Alabama jumping them in the playoff rankings. Ole Miss AD. Lane Kiffin knew several weeks ago he couldn't coach in CFP if he took LSU job.
Mess.
But all right, let's give me a few minutes on that because I want to hear your take on this. In my mind, I get going to LSU, I get the name, I get all of that, right?
Sure.
But at what point is the point of playing the game is to win the game, right? Doesn't matter who the school is or what the lore is, you know what I mean? I get it. But we're like Florida State, all these teams are living off old names, bro. Like, what have you done for me lately? Like, what's happening now? Like, he could have who's to say that Lane Kiffin couldn't have made Ole Miss into a blue blood? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, one guy has to do it.
Yeah.
And it's like these guys are running you're at a school, you're what are they, top 10 in the rankings? Yeah. They're top 5. Yeah. Top 10 in the rankings. And you have the chance, you work so hard to bring your team to a national championship only to dip on them right before it starts, bro. That's great. That is absolutely nuts to me.
Yeah. Yep.
And I don't know. I just don't like granted, 90 million is a lot of money. It's a lot of money, right? Mm-hmm. I just don't see on principle how you can get people to trust you really if you'll leave them to go take up a job that you perceive to be bigger when you have a chance to win a national championship, which is the whole point of playing the game in the first place. Yeah. Right? Unless he doesn't think that he really has a chance to win.
Yeah. Like it was
just odd to me. The timing was odd, man. Very odd.
I agree with you 100%. But like it had to be a thing where Lane, like even before the year even started, he was like, "Man, like this gonna be my last year. Like I don't care what we do. Like this gonna be my last year. Like that's the only thing I could think that like possibly makes sense in this whole situation. But it's it. I I echo everything you say about like just the timing. Like, bro, like I to me, winning the ship is the ultimate goal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the money gonna come if you win the ship anyway.
Yeah.
And then even with the money, and I think there is a difference as far as like facilities and stuff like that. But you're still getting the guys to come to Ole Miss. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're still getting transfers to come to Ole Miss. So it's like,
They'll find the money, dog.
yeah.
They'll find the money. It can't be about money either.
So it's
Uh,
just like I think Lane has built up like that aura. Like every time he gets a job and he starts to get the ball rolling, he has like this aura around him, and like and he's a snake. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you know it, you know what you're getting in bed with. Like once you make
couldn't win at Tennessee as a perceived blue blood. Isn't
yeah.
Tennessee a blue blood? I don't
Yeah,
know.
left there to go to USC, and then got left at the tarmac at USC. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, be careful what you wish for. I know that's easy
That's the
for
thing.
people.
It's not like he hasn't had these jobs before.
Yeah,
So in my mind, it's like, bro, what are you in your mind? What are you chasing? What are you chasing?
and it's not and it's clearly not titles.
It can't be it can't be titles. Like what are you chasing? Like
Like,
that's you were at, like you said, you were at USC. You were at Tennessee. You had these big jobs. Like, and you couldn't get it done there.
you're an NFL coach. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And I'm not saying he's a bad coach, because clearly, like he's a good coach. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just like it is weird because he kind of has like that Urban Meyer, like that, like not the asshole dictarian Urban Meyer part of coaching, but it's kind of like that. He's a snake, man. Like you can't trust him, kind of deal with him, but he
Yeah.
doesn't win, so
Yeah.
it's hard to justify what he's doing. But uh,
What'd you
good
think
for
about
him. Whatever.
what'd you think about Steve Spurrier's comments about when he was like they couldn't, like, Florida State couldn't even afford to fire their guy.
Oh
Like
man, yeah, man.
Spurrier be talking like he be having a drink in his hand. Like
He said something about Napier in that interview too.
Yeah. Dude
I,
does
I,
not
I
mince words.
yeah. I think he's just one of those guys. Like he just an old guy that just like to poke the bear, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if he could make a dig at Florida State, while like kind of pushing Florida, like I think he'll do that, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't lying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I heard somewhere in all Steve Spurrier like quirks, like people hate him because like it be some truth in what he's always saying. So it's like
Yeah, they were like they were like, well, Florida wasn't Florida before Spurrier got there.
right.
So why can't Ole Miss be Ole Miss before you got there? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Kind of
but
that, just going back to the Lane thing, but
it,
again, it's terrible. I just think it's ruining college football, man. At a point.
yeah, it's too many conversations about money with
Yeah,
college football
yeah.
instead
Instead
of
of
the game,
the game, the
the
game on the
kids.
field.
Yes, the game, all that stuff.
Oh
So
snap! Oh, okay. So Jamison Powell flips from Ole Miss to that's that Folsom wide receiver.
okay,
Flip from Ole Miss to Oregon State,
Ooh, that's
which is
nasty.
which
That's
is
nasty.
eh, I don't know. They had to give him bro a bag because ain't no way.
They had to give him the keys to the city or something. Cause
Some how Travis Burgess signing. They said they landed a guy named Travis Burgess, 4-star quarterback, UNC did.
That sound about right.
Loganville. Oh, they landed the quarterback out of Grayson.
Yeah,
Grayson.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, I think
Yeah.
either he went to Buford or something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And he made Elite 11. Keyshawn. Oh, okay. Keyshawn Henderson. Keyshawn Henderson signed to Houston. Faison Brandon signed to Tennessee. Diabell signed to Texas. Landon Duckworth. These are just the top guys, top quarterbacks. Will Griffin was Elite 11, the one who from Jesuit Tampa, signed to Florida. Darion Coleman, Tate Reynolds. Okay, Terry Walker. All right. Well, I mean, I guess that's about all we had, man. It wasn't it wasn't as much as we thought that I guess was happening. I thought there was a lot more, I guess, national. I feel like this was a fairly quiet because a lot of kids kind of backed off of their kind of commitments or signings or delayed, or I feel like we'll see a lot more of that because imagine these coaches are in season. Some of these top coaches are in season trying to prepare.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Also trying to figure out somebody has to be there to do the what do you think about the GM play at Florida? You like that? You like the GM thing?
I'm still kind of like in that in between with like GMs and college football because like they all have different kind of roles. Like you know what I'm saying? It's not one defined role. I think everybody likes Dave Caldwell from what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I think Jaguar fans have mixed emotions about him, but he's a likable guy. And what you would have him do, like I think he's just in charge of you know like the transfer portal, the budget, shit like that. So,
Right.
you know, I don't think it'll be a problem. I don't think it'll be a problem.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I think it's if anything, it takes like some of the thought work out of the coach. It's like the same, bro. This is why
Yeah.
Texas Tech has been so good. Did you see I don't know if they had a thing on it was like Big 12 Network about Texas Tech. It was like a documentary, and they were basically showing the guy who he's like, hey, coach tells me this. Coach tells me exactly I know exactly the type of player we're looking for at each position. He's like, I have an unlimited budget. He's like, and I go get the guy. He's like, I don't need to run it through coach before I offer a guy. He's like, coach trusts me to build the roster, and he knows what we're looking for. We have these conversations daily.
Yeah.
So it's like,
well, in that case, yeah, like if you got a situation where everybody's locked in together, like you know what I'm saying, like an NFL organization would run it, like you know what I'm saying, like I think that works, but I don't think a lot of schools have that infrastructure. I think Texas Tech probably maybe one of the lucky ones. Like even North Carolina has Bill Belichick, like you know what I'm saying, and that system doesn't work there. It's like you know what I'm saying. So you know, I think all this stuff is still new, and you know, you're still trying to find a good little system. I think once Texas Tech, you know, does this for a couple of years, I'm sure everybody start going to Texas Tech guys. And,
hey, what they made the playoffs, so they did something right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But all right, man. I think we're good. It's kind of a good wrap. I think at some point maybe we should maybe Friday or Saturday, maybe we can kind of give a quick preview on Jag stuff, and just kind of run through that.
We got 2 big games coming up.
2 big games. Big game coming up. Big game. We just won. I mean, it's kind of it's just a little bit, but we're just kind of like slow and steady wins. We're just steady. We're steady right now.
Yeah.
Just getting the wins that we should get, bro. That's what people don't understand. That's all I'll say about it for right now. That's what people don't understand. Good teams just keep winning. They just it doesn't matter. Like you win the games you should win. Just keep winning. It doesn't matter what the win looks like. Just keep winning. Give yourself a buffer and then start playing your best football the last 3 weeks of the season. Last 3, 4. This is where you kind of want to ramp up playing your best ball of the season. And then you're playing these meaningful games, which is only going to make you better, if it's a win or a loss, right? playing meaningful games in September has got you like on edge. You got to be playing your best ball. This is what you do it for. But I'll leave it there, man, because I'm fired up. I'm fired up
No,
about it.
no. I definitely have a comment. I want to
Yeah,
say that for our videos, but like you said, man, like it's just good to see this team winning, bro. Like
yeah,
just I think every time we watch a game, we're like, man, we're just waiting for those 2024 Jaguars or those 2021 Jaguars,
to show up. Yeah,
they've proved us wrong every time. So like I
yeah,
think I'm gonna just keep going about it as like let's just go 1-0 this week.
yep,
Not gonna get too high, not gonna get too low. We kind of know how the team is. Like
yep,
just gonna
yep,
let everything play out on the field and see how it goes, man. We have a good team.
yep.
That's clear as day. So
I like it. I
excited.
love it. All right, guys. So that's the show for today. We'll catch you guys probably on Friday or Saturday, giving you a good preview for the Jaguars game this weekend and kind of a look ahead to all the NFL games this week. So we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
All right, peace.